Well, I guess this is the time of year where you're supposed to talk about your projects. So the Ford, I'd call it 90%, just needs a few odd and end things. I'd like to get tires for the other set of rims I have. I don't know, might put a 650 Holley on it, but for now, runs, drives, good enough for me. Grandpa, on the other hand, he's the bastard child. I'd like to get a set of tires. I'd rather find used ones, because I don't plan on driving this thing anytime soon until I get the front end fixed. But the two 35s that are on it are like trying to find a needle in a haystack, and I can't wait to try and find the two 15s that this thing originally came with. So I don't know what I'm doing there. Still got a lot of work on the cab to do, and a lot of work inside, and a lot of work on the front end. Basically, it all needs rebuilt again. Like I said, the Ford needs a few piddly things. I'd like to paint those kick panels. I got the paint for it, just still haven't gotten around to it. The door window rollers, that's all cracked. I'd like to get new ones of those. I'd like to find the stock ones, but I wouldn't mind to replace them with some black ones. Door handle rubbers are getting rough and cracking. I'd like to find new ones of those if possible. The door seals and trims starting to get a little rough. Need to replace that. Dash pad's cracked, but nah, it doesn't really bother me none. Other than that, I'm surprised. It's really dry in here. I don't think the windshield leaks like I thought it was. I think old Blue here is just a fine truck. I wish it had a heater core so I could drive it when I need to pick up in the winter. Today is really nice. It's supposed to be really crappy here later. Fuel gauge still works backwards, but at least it works. One of these days I'll mark out the E and the F and swap them. I tried swapping it on the gauge and swapping it on the fuel tank, on the sender, but it's whatever, you just gotta know it's backwards, at least it works. I'd like to take the dash instrument panel apart, paint the needles and everything, maybe get a panel that has a tack on it, but nah, it's good enough for now. Also, Grandpa needs a bed liner, but I'd like to ultimately just take this bed off and go through the frame like I did on the blue truck. But for now, that's not going to happen. This piece of junk is a Teo 125. I know there's a Honda sticker on it. It's not a Honda, it's Yamaha. I know it's not a Yamaha. The only thing good on its tires and the motors it is clapped. But my kid's ride it and he gets a kick out of it. I welded that tie rod on the other side. That one's welded. But I would like to replace it with something domestically made, or at least a name brand. But for now, he rides it and it's fine. That thing, it's charging. It's all right. This piece of junk, I had to take the tire off down to the tire shop. I guess it's fixed, still holding there. They sealed around the rim. Good enough for now. That's the seat and trim out of Grandpa. I'll need to get all that back in when I get the cab sealed up. That's a turbo for him. That's just a box of rags. But still here, we're still looking for a motor for it. I need a structure for it so it'll quit raining and sucking the tarp down inside. Or if someone wants to buy it, I'd be willing to sell it. Tractor cart, this is where it ended up. Still need a set of axles, go-kart axles for the front and rear. It's on the back burner. Another project, I'm working on this 6,000 watt 5500 continuous watt generator. That is not sweet tea. Ugh. Better get this thing running before we get them high winds tonight. Thanks, Ohio. I don't know what that thing's running on.